I would like to say that this is his best movie so far because the movie is just it's so gripping, it's intense. You know, from the beginning, you may be thinking, what's happening? But as soon as which parts, as soon as she ends, and I think I'm still gonna see it if the opportunity arises.
Good storyline, good presentation, good cinematic moves, good. Yeah, they didn't do too much scenes, too many places. Just good arrangement of movies and scene and character.
Believe me, it's a lot in the whole movie. Though the whole setting is very simple, but I feel that genius is trying to say a lot of things that is going on in society now. But in a simple this thing to put it, I believe what he is trying to say is, or one of those things he's trying to say is that we as a human, we have to be empathic. I mean, you have to show at least a little concern or affection towards the next person to you, because that little kindness can go a long way. Sometimes people don't know how to reach out for help, but then when you can actually see them and see there's a way you can actually, be there for them, even if you're not going to be there for them the way they want, but at least in your own way, try and be there. Show them you care. Show them they matter.
It's a nice movie. It's a nice movie that you can learn something from. It make me understand that single mothers go through a lot, especially when the mother lost a child. It can really affect her mental health.
I feel it's actually about a single mother that went through a lot. Because it's actually talking about a single mother that went through a lot. And most of us out there, like single mothers, they are going through a lot too. So
How would you know though?
Although a lot of people don't know, if not for that we just finished watching this movie, a lot of people don't know what single mothers go through out there, because there are a lot that they can't even share with people.
I liked the movie because they all talk about single mother, how she been struggling to take care of her elder.
The main act, Tara GP Emsen. Initially, when the movie started, I was like, what sort of boring movie is this? But then she played the part. She actually bring out the whole role that you can actually relate to the whole scene, each scene that she is. You can actually be there with her. See, you can actually watch the movie and feel like you are there with her, because she brought out the whole emotion and the whole act necessary for that movie to actually bring the message it wants to pass across.
Yes, Taraji, of course. I'm a fan of Taraji, so I like her movies. But this, I think she really outdid herself in this one. It was, in fact, I'm sure when she finished filming, she must have gone on a holiday or something to go and relax, because it was quite intense. She really put in her all, and I want to think that, there may have been some things that some experiences that she herself must have had, because I know she's actually a single mother. I know she has a child, and she had the child early. So I want to believe that there are some instances, some scenes in the movie that resonated with her, that she was remembering, and that's why, she was able to really, really be in character and, interpret the role well.
Well, there's a lady that will come here will say doesn't like the girl because she's a Gen Z, but that girl played that role well for being saucy. That's one, and the main character. I like that. She did this very well. Yeah.
Yes, I love every one of them.
Well, which one did you like the best?
I like the parts of the mother and the bank manager.
Yes, I like their performance, especially when the woman was talking to Raymond about what she has faced, about when she was sacked and her daughter was ill. She did not have much money to take care of her.
I like the cop lady that talked to that Gina. What's her name? Diana. Sorry.
Every part of the scene resonated with me because though we are not living in their own particular environment, but then we have our own issues too, right here. And then when we look at movies or realities like this, it makes us to be conscious of how the world, and not just our country in general, is evolving. And then so many things we need to address, and so many things that needs to be done by the government and we as a people. Because many a times we often forget that we, the people, we are the government too. And then there are so many things that we need to do as an individual and as a citizen of a country.
Nothing resonated with me. Nothing resonated with me. They were just good movies that I love watching. I loved the whole movie. Nothing resonated with me. Well, I was, but when you know that it's a movie, you know that okay, no matter what, this girl is not. But you just watch it in the eye of it's a movie. But yeah, you just feel one or two. Nice, okay.
Really, I'm not going to say just one scene. There were a couple of scenes. The part where she came back after her daughter had been taken away from her. That scene was quite intense as well. Then when she got home and then she saw her stomach overwhelmed, what you just want to do is scream like ah, So that scene was quite intense. It resonated. Then when she was talking about what she had gone through and what she was still going through, how she was pushing, and then the fact that, I think the only thing that kept her going was just her daughter. I'm sure if she was the only one, she probably would have, given up or done something or gone into drugs or something. But because she had her child, her daughter, somebody that, was looking up to her, and this was like an anchor for her, that this person cannot do without me, so I have to live for this person, I have to do this because of this person.
The part where she was, when her landlady threw her out of the house and when she lose her job, this part really pained me.
I feel it's the part of the female police that was so active. That was
That was a very unexpected turn, the ending. I wasn't expecting it. Basically, I was expecting a kind of invasion from the FBI, but then they give us a kind of probable scene, and it now turned back to see that the whole thing went like it should. But basically, they actually made us realize that the whole ending could have gone either way or however way it is. And then they gave us the implications of each decision the police or the FBI agents are trying to make. So at the end of the day, we actually could see that they made the right decision, and it was a good one.
Yes, it ended well, but it was kind of confusing at first.
no. I feel it's okay. It's okay. Everything about the movie is okay.
Yes, but I was not expecting that her daughter is going to die.
It ended well, but it just ended when the girl finally entered into the police van and left. But I needed a scenario whereby she still has a face-off with the government, or she still had she still played the character of missing the child. Yes, there was a few moments where they picked up clips from the beginning, brought the beginning to the end. Those suspense moves, but I still wanted that period of, okay, did she get help at last? How did she thrive through? What happened? What is the next step she took? And the bank manager, how they were able to rally around her to give her, because we saw that she went through some mental health issues when she was going to pick up a child, but we know that later on we saw that it wasn't a child that she was going to drop in school, say waving and all that. So you wanted to just see some little bit of ending well, not because right now it's just ended with a bad story. But we always know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I didn't see light here. Camera movements, the the scene when they gave her the first phone to pick up the call was being shown. They didn't show it that the cops were already in the car. They showed it when they were walking in already, but she was already picking up a phone talking. So, and where the girl dropped the phone to record was a very visible thing for the girl to see, for the main character to see. But the main character, I don't know how, missed seeing that phone. And there was a time I checked the phone was out of shot. Like then I now see that they now caught the phone. But apart from that, top notch.
Trust me, the movie all got me all emotional, and I tried not to cry. I really, really tried not to cry. And then at the same time, as much as the movie got me to want to cry, it even got me angry at some point because I could see some unethical practices as to how we report or how we say so-called news to the public. In the movie, there's a particular scene I feel I should talk about, and is a particular part that the reporter was reporting and then was telling the people that there's a live recording coming in from the bank. I feel that is a very wrong, is a very, very wrong this thing in news reporting, because it could have been a disadvantage to the people, the hostages, because if something like that is coming, I feel it shouldn't be reported in the live streaming this thing, because it could actually be a way that it could actually come in a way that can, turn to a bad development for the hostages, and then the whole thing they are trying to salvage might even explode than it should.
Oh, I don't like the police officer, of course, the white police officer that pushed her up the road and all that, because this person is already traumatized. Although you couldn't have known that, but then it just goes to show how these people behave. Apart from the fact that she was a woman, she was a black woman, so, and he was a police officer, so he felt he had an edge and he could behave anyhow. And that wouldn't have been his first time of misbehaving. So he has a culture of misbehaving. So I don't like that man. If I see him in another movie, I will not like him. And that girl in the bank, that one that went to go and tell them that the bomb is fake and that she was even behaving, I don't like that one too. If I see her in another movie too, I will not like.
I'm not going to, I'll rate it a 9.
10. 10 over 10.
I think I'll give it a 9.
I'll rate it 10.
For me, it's a 10. It's a 10.
I'll give it a 10. I'll give it a 10 because it's nice storyline, simple, catchy, relate to life experiences, and I can relate. They bring me in every scene. They bring me in.
The part that broke me at the end was getting to know that the child had actually died before all this drama started. It just goes to show how far trauma can go. And a lot of people, don't realize that. We don't realize that, especially in this part of the world. We just think, like I was saying some days ago, some people don't even believe in depression. Like, what's depression? There's nothing like depression. There are some things that would happen to you and it will actually break you. It will actually break you. So I guess a part of our brain, as that happened, a part of our brain something just switched or clicked or something just happened. And so that part for me so she had actually lost the child. And all these other things that were happening were a fallout of that. And then I also liked the part where the bank manager said she was going to work her out and she stayed with her. She said she wasn't going to go without her. She stayed with her, and it felt good. It's a nice movie, really.